Hello everyone and welcome to another video. In this video we are going to do case study question 5 from the chapter 2 Polynomials class 10th. While playing in a garden, Sahiba saw a honeycomb and asked her mother, "What is that?" She replied that it's a honeycomb made by honeybees to store honey. Also she told her that shape of the honeycomb formed is parabolic. The mathematical representation of the honeycomb structure is shown in the graph. Based on the above information, we have to answer the following questions. So the first question is, the graph of the quadratic polynomial is what in shape? And the options are straight line, parabolic, circular, and none of these. So you should know that for a quadratic polynomial, the graph so formed is parabolic. As you can see that this is one parabola and this is upward opening parabola, it could be downward. So the correct answer is B, that is parabolic in shape. In the second question, it says the expression of the polynomial represented by the graph is, and we are given these four options. Now, in order to find the expression for the polynomial, first we need to find out the zeros of the polynomial. And what are the zeros? It is the x coordinate of the point where the graph intersect the x-axis, right? So x coordinate for this point is -6 and for this is 6. So what we can do here, we can, let's say, take a first zero, say -6 as alpha, another as a beta, which is 6 in this case. And what we will do, we will find the sum and the product. So what is the sum of these two zeros? That is -6 plus 6 is 0, and the product of the zeros, minus 6 multiplied by 6 is what? -36. Now, once we have obtained the sum and the product, we can frame the polynomial by using this x square minus sum of the zeros times x plus the product of the zeros. So let it be k only. This is x square minus, what is the sum in this case? It is 0. So 0 times x and plus the product, and the product is -36 in this case. So on simplifying, we'll get x square minus 36. So the correct option in this case, yes, we have an option, that is option C is correct in this case. In the third part, we have to find the value of the polynomial represented by the graph when x is equal to 6. Now, in order to find the value of the polynomial represented by the graph at x is equal to 6, there are two ways. Number one, you can use this. We have obtained the polynomial as what? X square minus 36 in the previous part. So now what you can do, you can simply plug in x as 6. Now replacing x as 6, this is 6 square minus 36. So that is 36 minus 36 is equal to 0. But from the graph also we can figure out what you can observe in the graph when x is equal to 6. You can see over here when x is 6, as in case of this. As you can see, when x is 6, y is what? 0. So we can say that from graph also we can say that at x is equal to 6, fx is, or px in this case is what? 0. So 0, that is option C is correct in this case. In the fourth part, the question says the sum of the zeros of the polynomial x square plus 2x minus 3 is, and these are the following options. Now, in order to find the sum of the zeros of this polynomial, we can first write down what is the coefficients, like coefficient of x square, which is a, that is 1 in this case, b, which is the coefficient of x, which is 2, and c, that is the constant term, is -3. And what do we know? That the sum of the zeros is what? Negative coefficient of x, that is minus b over a. And what is b? B is 2, so minus b will be -2. That divided by a is what? 1. So we can say -2 is correct in this case, that is option B will be correct. In the fifth part, the question says if the sum of the zeros of the polynomial a(t square plus 5t plus 3a is equal to their product, then find the value of a. So we are given the sum of the zeros as equal to the product of the zeros. So what we can do here is to write sum of the zeros, that is alpha plus beta is equal to product of the zeros, that is alpha beta. And what is sum of the zeros in terms of coefficient? It is negative coefficient of t in this case, that is negative of 5 is what? 5 minus 5. So negative coefficient, that is minus b over a, and a in this case is a only. So minus b over a is equal to product of the zeros. And what is product of the zeros? It is constant term divided by coefficient of x square, that is 3a over a. Now we can see that here a and a get cancelled, so we are going to do cross multiplication. That is 3 times a is equal to negative 5, or from here it implies that a will be equal to negative 5 over 3. So we can say this is matches with, yes, option D is correct in this case.